Eagle Nation, tomorrow is the NFL draft. Are you ready?
With the 15th pick in the NFL draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select.
What?
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking Sixers in the Bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. I was kidding. We will not be like, what? When Howie makes the picks. I don't know if it's going to be at 15. I don't know if it's going to be at 18, but we will like it. I just believe the draft is going to fall in favor of the Eagles. I'm feeling good. With everything going wrong in Philly, with the Sixers, I'm feeling good about the draft. Now, you might be asking me, why is Jameson Williams on the screen next to Devontae Smith? Are we drafting him? We'll talk about that. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, help your boy out and hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new, and ding that notification bell so you know when these videos drop. We will be live tomorrow, 7:30 or 7:45 sharp, to discuss the whole draft. Yes, we'll be live. Come through. It's going to be a great time. Now, since the draft is here, we got to get ready for some roots. Some new roots to be grown.
Keep that roots going, baby!
Roots on three. 1, 2, 3, roots. Now, I got Jameson Williams on the screen because the Eagles have been tied to him all week. Plus, John Clark talked to a couple players today, and they had some things to say about the Eagles. 1, Jameson Williams. 2, Chris Olave. And E.J. Smith talked to Jordan Davis, and he didn't say much, but I got to just throw it out there. Hey, this is the last video into the draft. I will give you my best guess at the end of this video, but we're going to be talking all hours leading up to a trade up, a stay at 15, a trade back. Who knows? Howie Roseman at the helm. Now, this is what was said by Jameson Williams to John Clark. The Alabama wide receiver Jameson Williams told me the Eagles told him they would like to draft him. This is their exact words, supposedly. And then this is Jameson Williams' words. They told me they would love to see me alongside Devontae Smith. I think, meaning Jameson Williams, that would be an explosive offense and something nobody has seen before. Jameson Williams also said he studied Devontae's tape at Alabama. The Bama brothers on the outside would be deadly. Now, again, people are going to say who don't like Jalen Hurts, we don't have a quarterback. And we won't know until we see Jalen Hurts come out in 2022 and either take the next step, stay stagnant, or fall back. We can't control it, though. Devontae Smith did what he could do in a Russian offense with not much help on the outside, although I do like Quez. I liked it. Devontae's only going to get better. Jameson Williams is going to be either the 1 or 2. I still think Devontae going to keep that number 1 spot. I don't know. They got to fight for it. But he said it's going to be unstoppable. And I have to co-sign that. I think the way the NFL is going with these wide receivers, you could do damage with this pairing, especially if Quez is the guy that stretches the field, Goddard is the guy who's going across the middle, and you got Jameson Williams and Devontae Smith on the outside, route running, catchability, just so much that they can offer the Eagles, and I'm not opposed to it. Now, will he be there at 15? Do we got to go up to 10? I don't know. Just because the Eagles like him don't mean they will draft him. The board is going to dictate if we move up, if we stay. If a guy that the Eagles like, a Sauce, Hamilton, Thibodeau, is falling 5, 6, 7, 8, how you might call up Jordan Davis, Stingley, Jameson Williams. That all might be part of Howie Roseman's plan We have the capital to go up and down. We talked about this multiple times. That's why I'm ready for the draft. Now let's look what John Clark said about Chris Olave. Ohio State receiver Chris Olave told me he really loved his visit to Philly, and he really enjoyed meeting Nick Sirianni and the coaches. He did not want to let the cat out the bag and say how interested the Eagles are in him, but he did say this: good vibes, great vibes in there. Now, we've been linked to Chris Olave and Jameson Williams the most. The next guy, I think, is George Pickens, which will be a later pick. Move 18 back and get him at the end of the first, get him early at the second. I'm not sure exactly how it is. Now, Treylon Burks is on Philly Mike's radar. I don't know about the Eagles. Another guy who's not being talked about who is on the Eagles' radar is Drake London, and I do not believe he's going to be a horrible wide receiver, but if it's up to me, I would stay away from him, especially if you got Jameson Williams, Chris Olave, guys like that, even Treylon Burks in front of him. I'm not saying he's going to be bad. That's just my opinion. The Philadelphia Eagles are at a good position. Whether quarterback run happens, offensive line run happens, linebacker run happens, we're at a good position to get the team needs. Corner, safety, wide receiver, D-line, linebacker. We're going to have an abundance of picks and possibly more in the top 100, and this is going to play into what the Eagles need. I believe there's depth there at wide receiver, a defensive line, even a linebacker position, not so much the cornerback position, even though I like a guy like Marcus Jones out of Houston. I like a Kobe Bryant who played alongside of Sauce Gardner. There's just so many options. I think the Eagles got to be aggressive. They got to keep their foot on the gas. But I can't call it from the first pick to the 15th pick. I think these are going to be the players on the board, but it could be totally different because of how people feel. Someone said, I forgot where I listened to this on. I think it was on Anthony Gargano's show, 97.5 The Fanatic. He was talking to Mike Garafoli, NFL Network worker, insider. And Mike Garafoli, if I'm saying his name right, said that this draft reminds him of the 2013 draft. And that a team went from 12 all the way up to 3. From 12 all the way up to number 3. And it didn't cost them much value. It didn't cost them much value for the simple fact that that was the last draft that quarterbacks weren't spoke that highly of. When it's a quarterback draft, the compensation costs more. You're telling me this guy went from 12 to 3 and he only gave up an extra third? Well, if this quarterback class is not as good as people say and nobody wants to really go out there and spend the capital, first round capital, 15 to 6 might just cost an extra third. So if Thibodeau slips, Kyle Hamilton slips, Stingley, Sauce, if these guys slips and the compensation ain't going to be that big because the quarterback class is not where it's at, sign me up. Sign me up. Safety, corner, desperate needs for the Eagles right now unless we address free agency after the draft. We got to do something. Leave your thoughts in the comment section when it comes to Jameson Williams saying it'd be a dirty, dirty pairing. Leave your thoughts on Chris Olave, really liking it. Leave your thoughts also about Jameson Williams saying the Eagles really, really want to draft him. And oh, by the way, last but not least, E.J. Smith talked to Georgia D-tackle Jordan Davis. And Jordan Davis said his mom is an Eagle fan, and she's hoping he ends up in Philly. He visited with the team with his fellow UGA D-tackle Devontae Wyatt earlier in the pre-draft process. That's not saying he's going to be here. The Eagles have had interest. He might be there. That's possibly only a 1 or 2 piece move up to get if he's not there at 15. His mom's a fan. Most likely he's a fan. Come join the party. All I know is that I believe when it's all said and done, and I don't know where we're picking, but it's going to sound something like this.
With the 15th pick in the NFL draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select.
Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to come out and say the Eagles will go up, will move up a little bit and get. I want them to get a corner so bad, but let me just say I'm going to play it as if the Eagles stay pat. The Eagles will draft Jameson Williams, and then with the next pick, they'll draft Devontae Wyatt. That's my guess for the 2. I've been so up and down, flip-flopping. It's crazy, and it's because of the style of this draft. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Again, I'm going to be talking to some people tonight who know a little bit about the Eagles, and I won't tell you anything if there's anything concrete. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but we might have some insiders be able to give me some leaks, so tomorrow we can touch on some inside topics while the draft is going. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. We out.